in the spectrum, in the spectrum of romantic relationships, there are actually 4 levels. The first stage is what you may call as crush. I'm sure many of you have heard this word, and many of you have also experienced it. It can happen very young. You just feel nice staying around a boy or a girl who looks sweetly at you, smiles at you, or who is kind to you. You feel like you and he or she like each other. Now that's a crush, and it passes away with time. It really doesn't stay strong. There is really no bond there. The second kind of experience is an experience of infatuation. Infatuation is when you begin to obsess over someone. You are constantly thinking about them, and you desperately want them to think about you. You are fantasizing, you are daydreaming, and you want them to fantasize about you, daydream about you. It's a euphoria, and a lot of chemistry gets engaged, and a lot of neediness. In fact, you get infatuated more often actually when you're in a low. When you're not feeling so good, and you're not happy, you're in a low, and then someone comes along and gives you attention. And what's happening at that time? You actually have a bleeding heart, a suffering mind. Throughout your life, you'll keep falling in and out of infatuation if you are in this state. But infatuation is also so much centered around the I. In all your fantasies, in all your imaginations, the I is becoming bigger and bigger. It is a pleasure you are deriving by imagining how important and how significant you are for each other. And there is a lot of bitterness when your infatuation is not reciprocated. It in fact turns to hate. The third stage, and this is an important one, this is discovering heartfelt connection. Only with heartfelt connection do enduring relationships and mutually nurturing relationships begin. You have had some awakening, an experience of awakening where your heart is open to feeling what the other is feeling. Even though there are moments you are centered in yourself, there are many, many moments in this relationship where you are centered in the other, where you feel what the other is feeling. You feel the other's joy, you feel the other's sadness, you feel the other's anxiety. You are sensitive. You want to bring joy to the other from the space of sensitivity. You want to bring the other out of their inner unhappiness. It's an experience of fullness and ease. When you awaken to heartfelt connection, you definitely feel it towards your romantic partner intensely. But you'll also experience this kind of heartfelt connection not just with your romantic partner, but also with your mother, with your father, with your best friend. Because you as a human being are now transformed. You are different as a human being. You are not isolated. You have gone past the boundaries of selfishness, and hence your heart has flowered. Now, the most important, the fourth level, is what could truly be called love. And that, I would say, is an enlightened consciousness. When you are free of the tendency of the mind to obsess over oneself, when you are able to be more in the now, then the other person looks like a miracle. You celebrate your beloved, not because they are special, not because they are not flawed, but your awareness is so magnificent. You frequently have these moments of wonderment, of marvel, of an immense sense of preciousness. Again, since this is an enlightened consciousness, you would feel this in an intimate relationship. You will also feel this marvel when you look at the clouds hanging over a mountain. You may feel this when you are sitting under an ancient tree. You could feel this when you are truly observing a homeless person. So, this is the evolution of love. I would want every one of you to see where you are and take your evolution further. Be honest about it. Be truthful about this. I want you to know that if you do not know how to love, if you do not know to love, you have not lived at all.